Hello and welcome to your monthly Zodiac reading. Today we are going to be looking at the month of May and just doing a general reading for all 12 Zodiac signs. My name is Serena. I'm an intuitive psychic over at 12Listen, where you can find me 24/7 for all personal and private readings. And keep an eye out for our sales that happen multiple times throughout the week. You can reach out to me there or find my information in the link below. If you are not currently subscribed, please consider checking out my channel. I put out a new video every week, Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And if you happen to catch it live, you have an opportunity to ask me some questions in the live chat during our premiere. That's Tuesday, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And I'll provide some free readings for anyone who's in the chat for the live premiere. All right, without further ado, let's jump in. Make sure you're paying attention to your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. You can also dive deeper into your chart, which you are, I encourage you doing that with one of our incredibly talented astrologists over at 12Listen. And if you only know your sun sign, then that's the focus for you today. But I really do encourage you to check out. There's so much dynamic in your chart. And if you know your sun, moon, and your rising, then there's so much depth here for you. But let's take a look at our general reading for the month of May. We are going to start out with Taurus. Let's see what information all you Tauruses need for the month of May. Start out with our anchor card here. All right, we have the Chariot. Oh, wonderful. Let's throw one more for you, Taurus. And we have the Ten of Cups reversed. Oh, beautiful. All right. So the first thing that's coming up is the Chariot, of course, represents moving forward, represents triumph and being able to just move forward confidently. But when we see that with the Ten of Cups reversed, I feel there's a bit of disconnect with your community. I feel frustration. I feel intuitively, I'm feeling a lack of transparency. I'm going to throw some oracle just so we can get a little deeper in here. And we have focus. Okay, so it seems like what I'm getting here with the horse in reversed, but I'm asking for some clarity on this Ten of Cups and what area of your life this disconnect is. And it feels like you're not asking for help within your community. What I love here actually is we have focus feels like an absolute confirmation. Focus is all about being on the right path, moving forward, which aligns so well with our Chariot energy here. And with the Ten of Cups reversed, I feel the focus that the bliss that you're missing, right? Because Ten of Cups, when it's upright, is just beautiful harmony, great community, your family's happy. There's just so much peace and joy sitting in the Ten of Cups, but you're putting yourself in isolation right now. And in order to move forward confidently with the Chariot, you need to ask for some help and get out of your head. Okay, good. The Wind Fairy is all about intellect. It's about leaning on your intellectual strength and your brains and your logical side of your brain as well. And when reversed, you're leaning too heavily on it. So Taurus, you have everything lining up here for you to be able to plow forward and for you to be able to tackle this next stage of your life or the challenge that's in front of you with some great efficiency. I see you being able to handle it swiftly, but you need to be able to lean on your community and you need to be able to confide in your family about these challenges that you're pushing through. And whether you're asking for your help or you're just telling them what's on your mind or the weight that's on your shoulders, get out of your head about it. You can absolutely get out of your head about it and just allow yourself allow yourself to just be really vulnerable with them. I see you've had, the cat is all about boundaries, independence, and when it's reversed, you got too much of it. Bring some of those boundaries down. I see there being, intuitively, I'm seeing there being an ending to this pattern that you have of confiding in people and then that trust being broken, that you feel like you're in a safe space where you're blocking yourself from this beautiful energy of the Ten of Cups. You're blocking yourself, and that's going to slow down this Chariot energy. There's so much potential here for you, Taurus, but you are the one that's in the way. And so let go of that fear of the past repeating itself and recognize that the people around you are here to support you and are also able to be that support that you need right now. Yeah. All right. I'm going to throw one action card for you, Taurus, before we move on. We're going to keep this ball rolling today, you guys. I know we all have places to be, so we're going to just do a few minutes for each sign. See what your action card is for Taurus. Enough. May you be exactly as you are. I think that says it all. Enough. May you be exactly as you are. Let people into exactly where you are right now. Good. All right. Let's see. Okay. We are moving on to Gemini. Gemini, what do you need to hear today? What is your message for the month of May? Gemini. Let's see. We have the Lovers. Wonderful. Let's do one more. Wow, okay. And the Nine of Pentacles. So this is setting us up for a great month of May. I see you being financially comfortable. I see you having, we're just going to take these at face value before we get a little deeper. I see you're in a wonderful place for your partnership, and that paired with financial comfort and also just you being able to kind of indulge a little bit. There's also something here that's coming up about being able to spoil your partners a little bit and take care of them. And I say partners because partnership in general is coming up for me intuitively. It feels like whether you have a romantic partner or a business partner or a sibling that you're really close to, or you're taking care of your parents, like any kind of partnerships or significant relationships in your life, I see you being in a space where you can kind of take care of them, whether that's financially or just emotionally. The Nine of Pentacles is all about abundance, and there's comfort there. There's indulgence in the comfort, in comfortable things, right? So being able to share that with the important people in your world feels like that's really what your focus is going to be, Gemini. Let's see. Okay, so we have protection in reverse. The cat. All right. Okay, we're getting a little bit more information here. Great. So let's do one more for you, Gemini. I'm going to look at, yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing paired with this ability to take care of the important people in your life is to also make sure you're maintaining boundaries with these people. We have protection in reverse, which means you may need to be focusing on protecting. Intuitively, this is protecting yourself, especially when we see it paired with the cat, which is all about your healthy boundaries, all about focusing on your independence. We have beauty in reverse, which is showing me that you may be slowing yourself down from accepting change. The butterfly tells us so much about the natural cycle of things and embracing change as something that happens in nature, right? Visualize from a caterpillar going into a butterfly. There's something that is there's beauty in the challenge of that change. That paired with the frog, talk about another kind of change, but the frog is all about purging, right? It's about spring cleaning. The frog is about, through this change of the tadpole into the frog, you're seeing evolution, but you're also seeing what can you let go of? The energy of the frog is, what can I release? And so as you're looking at how you can take care of the people around you and enjoy this abundance, don't forget to also make sure that you are indulging your own comforts as well, and that you have boundaries in the way that you support the people in your world. So yes, this is absolutely a time for you to shower the people in your life with love and abundance and with comfort. But maybe the invitation here, the message that's coming through for you, Gemini, is to pay attention in the way you want to shower these people with love. And if that's the right way to go about it, there may be something about your desire to take care of the people in your life that may contradict the way that you can take care of yourself. There's something here that's in direct conflict with your highest good. And part of this feels like maybe breaking that cycle of taking care of people in a way that damages you or that hurts you. And this feels like an opportunity for you to say, how can I support the people in my life without completely tanking myself, without completely emptying my own reservoir of energy, without completely spending all of my money on them, right? If we're going to put it in a financial context, or spending all of my time on these people. How can you just give a little and make sure you're taking care of yourself? Healthy boundaries, balance, embracing the change as you evolve through this journey. All right, I hope that resonates, Gemini. Let's take a look at what your action card should be for the month of May. Reveal. May openness lead you to connection. I love that. It will allow you to connect with those around you through this. There's something really beautiful also, Gemini, about you being able to slow down and connect with these people in your life. For a lot of you, the way that you can shower this abundance over the important people in your life, it may just be time. It could just be time, Gemini, which I love. That may just be, a lot of it may just be time to connect, to truly connect. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. And you guys, if any of this is resonating, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing about where I'm meeting you all. All right, let's see. Cancer, what do you need to know for May? We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Three of Swords. All right. All right, Cancer. So with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is all about swift action, right? It's all about kind of rushing in. There's this side of you're not really thinking too much about before you're taking action, and there's a lot of speed here. This paired with the Three of Swords, which is also often about heartbreak and loneliness. There's a change that I'm feeling with you, Cancer. I do feel a shift here. And yeah, okay. So we have the Novice in reverse, and the Novice is all about new beginnings and not having that much experience as you're going into this new beginning. When reversed, there's a lack of comfort in this new beginning, right? And so I feel this change. I feel like somebody just left your life, Cancer. And for some of you, it could be they left a long time ago and all of a sudden you're experiencing this heartbreak again. Part of this does feel like there's old history here. And I wonder if you're in the... Okay, let's see. Intuitively, I'm feeling like you're struggling to let this go. Yeah, you're holding yourself back from healing here. The Lady of the Lake represents such a high level of intellect, empathy, intuition. She thrives on her morals and her boundaries. And when she's in reverse, there's a block here from accessing this level of yourself. And I feel like you're kind of holding yourself back from allowing yourself to grieve. Yeah, there's still love here. For some of you, this is a relationship. For others, this could be friendship or a job even that ended. But I really feel for most of you, this is romantic. Or it could be a child who you're not having a relationship with your child, or there's challenges there. I feel, you do feel like you're sitting within this Knight of Swords energy, though. You feel like you're not allowing yourself to sit in this. You're rushing past the opportunity to heal. Because it does feel like there's an opportunity here for you to heal. Yeah. Wealth in reverse. Tells us that there's an opportunity here you're missing. There's potential for releasing this. There's potential to release this, Cancer. And you know what, Cancer? Let me just ask. How can you release this? Let's see. How can you release this? The Four of Pentacles. So Cancer, the way that you actually settle into releasing this heartbreak and processing this loss and allowing yourself to grieve is to realize that you have set yourself up for success in so many other parts of your life, and to allow that to support you. You don't need to currently fall into an extreme amount of work, or you don't need to get lost in taking care of your home, whatever other parts of your life that you're distracting yourself with. Understand that they're okay. You've set yourself up for success there. And Cancer, I'm not surprised that you have there. You enjoy a lot of stability. So allow yourself to find comfort in that stability, and don't distract yourself with it. I guess that's what's coming through, is don't distract yourself. If you get a little more clarity on the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the risk here, sorry. We have risk in reverse. And the risk here is you kind of taking this sign of the Four of Pentacles of being, oh, I need to focus on this. And that's the risk of this mixed message potential here. But what is so clearly coming through for me is, don't get lost in that. Don't get lost in that. Absolutely allow yourself to be comfortable in your accomplishments there. Allow yourself to be comfortable in your accomplishments, because you can find peace there and then start to heal. Then you can start to heal. All right. Let's throw an action card for you, Cancer. We have imagine. May you look beyond what you can see. Look beyond your accomplishments and what's sitting around you, and allow yourself to focus in on what you're releasing here. Because there's you can release it. This grief is no longer serving you, Cancer, is what I can see. This mourning, you need to actually process through. I don't see this person coming back. For a lot of you, some of you this may not be true, but for most of you this feels like, I don't see this person coming back into your life. It's not meant to be. You can release them. And I know that's going to be really hard for some of you to hear, but I hope it resonates at some level, that you know it's true. And maybe it'll help launch you into grieving. I hope. All right, Leo. Let's take a look, Leo, and see what you have coming up for the month of May. We have Judgment. And we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So when we see Judgment, we see a call to higher purpose. We see validation that you're on the right path, and there's also there's a challenge that comes with Judgment, right? It's can you look at yourself and see that you are performing the way that you want to, that you are holding yourself to the highest standards, the highest moral goods, right? How do you judge yourself? And If you have that external eye, what do you see? And when we look at the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, we're seeing there's some instability here, right? And Leo, I feel that you are not in denial, but you're having a hard time truly looking at the situation for what it is. And when we see the eagle, there's a call to, the eagle and judgment are actually very similar in their message. There's a call to your integrity and stepping up into this. It's more of an intuitive calling. How are you connecting to your intuition, to your gut? And I feel this is the path for you to truly be able to look at what's the instability that you're looking at. Because there is something, I feel like there is some poor judgment that you've had in the past couple, it feels recent, past couple weeks, Leo. And I feel that, yeah, there is incredible connection to your intuition, connection to your integrity waiting here for you. You're not far from it. The High Priestess tells us so much about the connection between this realm and the other, to your own connection to your intuition. She is the epitome of being grounded in your intuition and in your spirituality. What I love that I'm getting here is confirmation. The spider in reversed. All right. Confirmation that this recent lapse of judgment, or this spontaneity that maybe backfired, is what it feels like. This feels like it's not a long-term thing. This isn't something that's going to take years to solve. This challenge that you're looking at where you feel like you made a bad decision, you're fine. Go correct it. Get a little creative, right? The spider, think of how different and unique and creative each spider web is. That's what the spider represents. You're kind of blocking yourself from your creativity right now. Fall into the creativity and allow yourself to truly connect to your intuitive side, because this bond, Leo, feels very strong. Your bond to your intuition, your bond to your gut, it's strong. It's there. You just need to trust it. Don't allow this one mistake that you made, or this one lapse in judgment. Don't ridicule yourself too hard for that, because it feels like there's just a little instability here with the Ten of Pentacles reversed that you can correct. You can step into this space where you know you will judge yourself so well, where you know you can step into the High Priestess energy. And yeah, it kind of feels like there's enough said there in an interesting way. Just, this really feels like it's not as big of a deal as you're worrying it is. For some of you, maybe it is a really big deal, but the solution feels quite simple and it's right in front of you. Like, that solution really feels like it's right in front of you. Okay. Wow, Leo, I hope that's as clear to you as it feels to me. If you'd like any more clarification, Leo, just leave a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. I'm getting this feeling that if I keep going, it's going to get more confusing. So I'm just going to leave it as it is for right now and throw you an action card. We have reveal again. May openness lead you to the connection. And so don't block yourself off in this process, Leo. Don't block yourself off. Isolation is not going to help you through this. And don't be ashamed to talk about it. That's also coming through. The mistake that you made, talk about it and you'll heal and grow faster. That's coming through as well. All right. Okay, Leo, I hope that resonates. And please, if you'd like me to say more, or if you'd like me to provide a bit more clarity, just leave a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. All right, Virgo, let's see what you need to hear for the month of May. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Wands. Okay, Virgo, so the Four of Pentacles reversed is, I'm sorry I'm laughing, but Virgo, you're always so, you cling so tightly to your routines, to your control. And I don't mean to generalize the whole sign, but that just feels like it's so consistent with you guys. And so when I see the Four of Pentacles reversed, it shows me you guys need to kind of let go of some of this rigidity. Allow yourself to, and for those of you who have Virgo elsewhere in your chart rather than just in your sun sign, you may see that there's one part of your life where you're super rigid, right? Maybe you clean your house the exact same way every time, but you're not that way when it comes to work or your family, right? And other people, maybe you always respond to texts the exact same way, or you find it very important to, right? This rigidity can show up in different parts of your life. And this is an invitation, wherever that Virgo is in your chart, to ease up on that rigidity, right? Allow yourself to become a little more loose and get more creative, because the Page of Wands is about an innocent creativity where you're just, the world's your oyster and you're able to move forward freely with excitement about what's happening next. And the Swan shows us that we have transformation coming up. There's a trust in your own gut. There's a trust in your own inner knowledge as you move forward. We have the Eagle in reverse. So I see there's some tension here connected to your intuition. The Eagle's all about that connection to the angelic realm, to your integrity, to your spirit. And so if there's some tension here, maybe you've been too rigid when it comes to how you are spiritual, or when it comes to your practice within your spirituality. And if you can release that rigidity a little, I see you being able to get much more creative and having just a lot more peace there within your creativity. And the dog brings us straight to unconditional love, sincerity, being able to connect with people on this beautiful, innocent level that the dog has, right? There's just simple joy in connection. And this perfectly balances out loosening up some of that rigidity in your life and being able to just bond with the people around you, bond with the things that you love, and fall into this connection to your psychic gifts, to your own intuition, and to how you're spiritual, the way that you're spiritual. And the Page of Wands, don't forget that this is moving forward and beginning new things. So this isn't apply your creativity to current things in your life. This is get creative about new things that you can invite into your life. What can you start that will bring new energy into your world? What new hobbies or adventures can you try? This is May feels like a wonderful invitation, Virgo, for you to try new things. But you need to let go of this rigidity and fall into this trust within your own intuition in order to do that. All right, let's see what action card we can pull for you guys today for Virgo for the month of May. Decide. May you navigate with purpose. All right, so this is showing me that you don't throw all the rigidity away. You got to keep it, some of it, because I know that's also your comfort zone, right? And so find that one thing where you're like, okay, I can loosen up there, and then move forward intentionally and with purpose. Because loosening up a little bit is wonderful. Don't go all loosey-goosey, right? Because then I feel like that's just a little too uncomfortable for you, Virgo. So I'm glad that we got that little confirmation card so that you can't go fully spontaneous. You got to have a little bit of purpose and a little bit of focus throughout it too. All right, Virgo, I hope that resonates. Libra, let's take a look and see what we have for you coming up in the month of May. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. All right, Libra. So when we see the Seven of Pentacles, we are really invited to take a look at our accomplishments and be proud of what you've come. There's some longevity that's gone into these accomplishments. This is not what I'm talking about. This is not what you accomplished last week. We're looking at what you've been working towards for years, for such a long time. And there's so much potential sitting within these accomplishments, that it deserves your attention, because there's a shift coming up here. And we see that with the Ace of Cups reversed. The Ace of Cups is, there's a block in your creativity right now. There's something that's holding you back from truly experiencing the potential that sits within this long-awaited success. Like, I feel, Libra, you feel like you're so close to having that success, but there's something that's holding you back, and that's what I want to focus on. What's holding you back from truly being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor and experience that success? We have communication. We have the Cat in reversed. And the High Priestess in reverse. All right. So, yeah. Okay, Libra. So what I feel here is there's a lot of potential sitting here, right? But what's stopping you is, it's like you're over communicating and not allowing yourself to just fall into certain boundaries around this topic, this fight that you have, and trusting in your own intuition. So when we see the Cat, it's a need for more boundaries. You may be oversharing, Libra. You may, and especially when we see the Ace of Cups pointing us towards water and emotions, you may need to reel things back a little bit and find your own center and your own independence within this project that you're working towards, within this very specific goal that I see that you've had for a long time. What's holding you back is you may be over communicating. You may be, like, it's not that you're not safe to communicate, because I feel you're surrounded by good people who want this as well. You don't feel isolated in this goal, but you're overthinking it, and you're not falling into the beautiful trust that sits in the energy of the High Priestess. You're overthinking it, and I need you to fall into this faith. I need you to fall into the trust that you were so close, and the only thing that's blocking you is your own doubts. Because you can't talk your way through this. I think that's what really is coming through, is you can't talk your way through this to success. You just need to accept that you've done so much hard work to get here, and that you can actually step back and just watch it unfold, rather than, because it's like, if you keep touching it, if you keep messing with it, you're going to make it all crumble. So step back, stop talking about it, and trust that it's going to be okay. And some of you, this feels very work related. For most of you, it does. For others, this feels like it could be a relationship that you're trying to mend. This could be, it could be a relationship with your body, a weight goal or a diet goal. If you're overthinking it, if you're talking about it too much, you just need to accept that you're on the right track. There's a lot of variety here for what it could be for you guys, but it's whatever that goal is that you've had in your mind for so long. Stop talking about it, just do it. But the other part of it is, don't overdo it, right? Stop talking about it and just do it, but also just do it while falling into faith that you're on the right track here, right? It's split. For some of you, that's the message, right? That's what's just coming through now. For some of you, stop. If you're talking about it, but you can't start because you're talking about it too much, then the message is, stop talking about it and just do it. For those of you who have been doing it and fighting so hard to get to this goal, now is the time to step back. Okay, there's two groups here for you guys, and you all know what group you're in, all right? Stop overdoing it for those of you who have been working so hard towards this, and you've just been action, and trust that you've done enough. And if you don't know which group you fall into, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you, okay? Okay, Libra, let's see what your action card is. For the month of May, allow. May you soften into what is. Oh, how perfect is that? Allow. May you soften into what is. Okay, I don't think I need to say any more. Wonderful, Libra. I hope that resonates. Okay, Scorpio. let's jump in and take a look at what is coming up for you for May. We have the Fool reversed. All right. Some new beginnings. And we have the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So I feel there's definitely a new beginning here, right? We have, when we see the Fool reversed, there's a struggle to start something new, but there's also a bit of innocence and recklessness that is at play. You know, you think of there's the beautiful side of the Fool, where that innocence carries you so far and allows you to be free in moving forward and step off that cliff, right? If you look at step off that cliff and start the journey, there's something so beautiful about it. When we see the reverse of the Fool, though, we're focusing on jumping off a cliff can have a lot of challenges, right? It can also, that innocence can, it isn't always the right place for that time for that innocence, and you need to grow up really fast sometimes. And so there's some poor judgment sometimes that we're seeing there. With the Five of Swords, we're seeing the end of a conflict. We're seeing the end, like toxic relationships ending or negativity leaving your life. It's a really great ending that we're seeing here with the Five of Swords reversed. But I'm feeling there's resistance, and it seems like, Scorpio, yeah, you may be trying to be too diplomatic. With the Deer, where there's gentleness, there's empathy, there's being polite. The Deer feels very polite to me always. Yeah, it's very true. So I see you trying to balance between the Eagle, which is all about your intuition and your spirituality and your relationship with your gut, and being polite and being diplomatic. Like, it seems like as these people, or this part of your life, this stage of your life is exiting and the new beginning is starting, I feel like you're falling a little too heavily into this Deer energy, into the politeness of this transition. Because I feel the challenge here, Scorpio. The challenge here is that you don't want all of this to end. There's something about this negativity that is leaving your life. You may have liked the drama, or you may have liked the attention that you got through it. And there's nothing wrong with it. With liking those things. The denial of liking those things is what's going to block you moving forward. I think acknowledging the fact that there was something you gained out of this complicated dynamic in your life is important. Yeah. This is such a confirmation card if we're just right on the right path here with this reading. The main message coming through here, Scorpio, is be honest with yourself about how you were benefiting in this relationship or in this dynamic or this stage of your life. And that there are going to be things that you're going to mourn, even though you know that it's good that it's over. And allow your own relationship with your intuition to carry you into the positivity of the Fool, to carry you into this new beginning with the beautiful innocence of the Fool, rather than the reckless energy of the Fool in reversed. Do you see the difference there in that? There's something that's so beautiful about making sure that you have both, or acknowledge that you don't need to be the reckless Fool. You can be the beautiful, innocent, excited, creative Fool moving forward in your new beginning. And let's throw one more, because this change just feels huge. Yeah, for those of you who this is a romantic ending, this relationship's ending, it's good that it's ending. The love wouldn't have carried you much further. It feels like it was a very passionate relationship, but it's okay that it's over, is what it feels like. It wasn't serving your highest good. And it's not a relationship for all of you. A lot of you, this actually feels like it's a stage of life and you're beginning something new. Take a look at where Saturn is in your chart. You may be actually in your Saturn return, first or second. Really big stage of new beginnings in that part of your chart for sure. All right, let's see what your action card is, Scorpio. We have ease. May it be effortless. Oh, that's wonderful. It can be effortless. You can absolutely move forward effortlessly. You just need to flip this. You need to get to the good side of the Fool and stop being in denial about just be honest with yourself. It's okay to benefit from things that aren't good for you. You just have to be honest about it and realize maybe it can inform you as to what you do want in your life if that were a healthy situation, right? Because it's okay, it's over. Mourn it, grieve it, but it really feels it's okay to me that it's over, and it feels like you know that. You know that. On a deep level, you do. All right. I hope that resonates with you, Scorpio. Sorry, that was a little bit of harsh love there. Let's move on to Sag. What does Sag need to hear for the month of May? We have the Emperor. And we have Strength. All right. Okay, wow. First thing that's coming through here, Sag, is it's time to take action. The Emperor is all about rigidity. It's about structure. And this is something that doesn't always come natural to you, Sagittarius. But you have the strength and the ability to bring this structure and routine into your life. And let's just jump right into getting some further clarity here, because what I'm feeling, Sag, is you need to, okay. So the spider shows us the creativity of the spider web, right? And the creativity and the innovation of the spider. There is so much that you can do within this routine and this structure to still make it unique to you. But you need to apply, and some of this does feel like muscling it into submission. For some of you, a lot of you, this could be muscling yourself into submission, right? That the structure is good. The rigidity is good. There's positivity here in the routine. And you can still get creative within the routine. Okay. We have the owl in reversed, which is really, the owl was always talking about either wisdom or deception. With it reversed, it always points towards deception. It feels kind of like you're lying to yourself about what you need right now, Sag. Like, yeah, muscling yourself into submission is accurate here, because it's also like what the situation, and you can't do it alone. The horse tells us to ask for help, right? The horse definitely tells us to ask for help. And let's just get one more for you, Sag. Focus in reverse. You got to get back on this path. You gotta get your, because I feel like you kind of scooted over this way, lost your focus a little bit, and the month of May feels like it's a great opportunity for you to bring some of this structure back in, allow yourself to get creative about how this structure can support you, and ask for help and rely on your strengths. Lean on your strengths right now. You are brave and courageous, Sagittarius. Allow that courage and confidence to carry you forward into this next stage, and it will get you back on the right path. And for some of you, this could be as simple as, how are you going to clean your house this month consistently and stay on top of that to relieve the anxiety there? For others, this is very work related. And for others, this could be entirely about your relationships. But you need that structure, Sagittarius. You do. Let's see your action card for May. We have play. May you seek out fun and connection. Okay, so you could have some structure within play as well. Are you canceling those dates that you're scheduling? Are you not showing up to the events you said you were going to? Are you being a little too spontaneous and not making the effort to plan with the important people in your life? Play is wonderful, but sometimes it needs some structure too. Okay, Sag. I hope that resonates. I have a lot of Sag in my chart, so I feel that fire sometimes is hard to add that structure to, right? All right, let's shift into Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to hear for the month of May? Let's see, Capricorn. Wonderful. We have the Six of Cups. I love that card. And the Ten of Cups. Okay, Capricorn, I love this for you. Where I feel like you guys have pushed through so much to get to this point. The Six of Cups is about so much joy, connection with your inner child, fulfillment. It's a beautiful card, and the Ten of Cups is such a wonderful pairing with it because it's been such a journey for you to get here. And I see you being connected with your community within this, and what's intuitively coming up actually is I feel you questioning whether or not you're actually here, or maybe whether or not you deserve it. And the answer to that question is yes. The mystery tells me here that the mystery is solved. You're on the right path. Yes, absolutely. You deserve it. And you don't need to doubt it. And you don't need to overthink it. The Wind Fairy here tells us all about your intellect. Your intellect has brought you here. This feels like a reading of celebration, Capricorn. I'm so excited for you. And we have the Serpent reversed, which means there is some opportunity for healing. There is some opportunity for you to dive in a little bit here and get some closure, because it's been a whole journey to get to this point. And now that you're here, I see there is an opportunity for you to heal a little and for you to let yourself release some of these pains that brought you here. And before you can fully settle into enjoying your space here and what you've fought for and what you've achieved, you may need to set aside some time for healing. And let me see if there's anything else. That it feels like such a complete message there, because you're starting something new. Birth, rebirth in reverse. You're going to have to heal and let go of the journey that got you here before you can start the new cycle, before you can experience this full rebirth and fully enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right, Capricorn, let's get one more action card for you. We have depth. May you immerse and go deeper. Go deeper into that grief, into the pains. You're safe now, is what's clear. You're safe now, and you can truly look at it, and you can allow yourself to heal, because healing is what's needed. Think about how the image of the serpent and the snake is to shed that skin. What are you releasing? What can you release, Capricorn? That's the question. Now that you've accomplished all of this and you see the peace in front of you and you want to experience it, what can you release to get there? All right, Aquarius. Let's see what May has coming up for you. We have the King of Wands. And the Six of Cups in reverse. The King of Wands immediately points us towards looking at the big picture of things. There's natural charisma here. I see you relying on this heavily as you're looking at this. By this, I mean you're relying on your charisma and your passion and just your natural strengths in order to carry you into this next stage in life. I do feel there's a fairly significant transition going on here. And the block is that you may be focusing too much on the past, right? The Six of Cups points us towards our inner child, our nostalgia. When it's upright, there's so much joy and happiness within this inner child and the thriving that we're feeling there. When it's reversed, there's a call to, you may be focusing on the past too much. This nostalgia may be blocking you rather than allowing you to thrive. And so the block that I see that's stopping you from having this success, Aquarius, is focusing too much on the past, and also a fear that the past may repeat itself. Yeah, this definitely is the block. We see full focus in reverse of you're so close to being on that path, but this is what's blocking you. And we have joy in reverse. You're so close. It feels like this is actually your last block, Aquarius. This seems like this focus on the past and the fear of the past repeating itself feels like it's your last block before you're truly able to experience that success. Yeah. And this is what's going to fully disrupt we have a need for disruption when we see disruption in reverse. There's a need for you to release this and disrupt this pattern that you have also of getting a bit too nostalgic or focusing too much on the past. There's a romanticization of the past as well. I feel a phrase coming to mind of, if only things were like they were 10 years ago or last time, right? Then I would be so much more successful, or things would be so much more easier. That wishful thinking or that romanticizing nostalgia is blocking you from seeing the opportunities in front of you. And by releasing that fear of the past repeating itself or nostalgia for the past, that just overall focus on the past, then you're going to open yourself up to being on the right path, settling into that joy, and seeing the success that the King of Wands can see. And let's see, yeah. And also being in community in that space. With the Bard, we have, you think about the way music brings all of us together. There's history here. There's culture within the Bard and community. One of the biggest things I see in the Bard is community. And so you're blocking yourself from allowing the Bard also to be a part of this bigger picture success that you have here. Because remember that the King of Wands has the ability to see the big picture. And that's what you have in front of you, is you're seeing the big picture. You're seeing what you're fighting for. But this is what's currently blocking you, is focusing on the past too much, allowing that nostalgia to have its power, and recognizing, if you're able to recognize all the opportunity around you that is different than it has been in the past, good, bad, or ugly, it's just different, and see them for what they are, these opportunities around you for what they are right now, without allowing the past to influence it, you will truly thrive. And not in isolation, you'll thrive in community. All right, Aquarius, let's get that action card thrown for you. Whoop. Space. May your heart and your scope expand. Oh, talk about seeing the big picture here. May your heart and its scope expand. Beautiful. Yeah. See how vast everything is in front of you. You have some beautiful things waiting for you. Just don't let the past slow you down. I think that sums everything up. Don't let the past slow you down, Aquarius. Because it's not going to repeat itself. And it may not be like it was before, and that's okay. All right. I hope that resonates. Let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, what do you need to hear for the month of May? What do you need to know for the month of May? Pisces. Oh, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And the Two of Cups. All right, Pisces. So I'm really seeing, this is a reading about your relationship, your romantic relationship. Whether you're in one or you're looking for one, Pisces, this is about your love life. You're being a little too structured. With the Four of Pentacles, we have stability, rigidity, structure. When it's in reversed, that's not serving you, right? You need to release some of that structure, unclench a little bit, right? And let yourself go with the flow a little bit more. Allow other people to be in control, right? And when we see the Two of Cups, this is all about connection. This is about being present in your connections. This is about prioritizing your romantic connections and coming together in partnership and consciously choosing to be equals. And if you're being a little too structured in that, it feels like your partner may not have that much breathing room right now. Or for those of you who are looking for a relationship, you're pushing them away through this rigidity rather than inviting them in. And for those of you who are experiencing this change, because it feels like death is a symbol of change. Death is the end of something and the beginning of something new, right? Don't be afraid of death. Or I guess don't be afraid of the death card. It's a lot easier to wrap your mind around. Let's get some more clarity on what this change is bringing. Help from another. All right, so the thing is, what we're seeing here, this is wonderful. By releasing this Four of Pentacles energy, right? By letting go of that rigidity and allowing more freedom to come into your relationship, letting go of that intense structure, that intense clinging to control is what is coming to mind. You're inviting a wonderful next stage of your relationship in. Yes, mystery is one of our confirmation cards. You're on the right path. So let's see, for those of you who are in relationships, this is the beginning of a wonderful new stage in your relationship. For some of you, this could be the end of the relationship. You let go of some of that structure and they're like, oh, I'm out. And that may be scary, but you should not be the one who is depended upon for all of the structure. There needs to be balance. The Two of Cups shows us all about this balance and partnership and equality within your partnership. There's something that isn't balanced right now. You're too structured. You're shouldering too much of it. You need to let go a little bit. I don't see this ending for many of you. For some of you it will. But what we're seeing here with the Death card is there's change that you're inviting. And if you're not ready for that change right now, then pocket this and keep this in the back of your mind as something that you have the ability to initiate when you're ready. Though May feels like it's that big opening, Pisces, for you to really go for it with this change, okay? For those of you who are not in a relationship, this shift out of the rigidity and out of the structure and allowing yourself to be more flexible and spontaneous is what's inviting this next connection in. The Horse is all about accepting help from somebody, delegating authority, not being the one to shoulder everything, not being the one to plan every single date, not being the one to handle all the finances, not being the one to run all of the communication, right? You need this balance that the Two of Cups flaunts, right? The Two of Cups boasts how balanced it is, and it's beautiful. Let go of some of that structure, and some really beautiful changes are going to come into your life, Pisces. They really are. All right, let's see what our action card is for you, Pisces. And if you need a little more clarity, because I know this card can be scary, go ahead and leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to walk you through it a bit more. We have joy. May you pursue what lights you up. Focus on what you love. Focus on what brings you joy as you're letting go of some of that structure, because that will just allow that to be so much more motivating for you too. It really will. All right, Pisces, I hope that resonates. I know that was a big one. And please do leave a comment if you'd like me to connect with you about how this applies to you. All right. We have our final reading today, Aries. Let's see what Aries needs to hear for May. What does Aries need to hear for May? We have the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So I see the month of May being a very successful month for you, but it's a lot of hard work as well. So when we see the Six of Wands, we see victory, right? A lot of success, job well done, accomplishment. When we see the Three of Pentacles, it's a lot about planning, collaboration, putting the hard work in, working within your community. There's just a lot of, you're just putting the effort into it. There's also an aspect here of leaning on those with higher expertise, right? Look at the two who are talking to the man on the bench. You're asking for advice. You're leaning on a mentor. And let me see how this applies to you specifically. This could be within your relationship. If you are, oh, okay, hold on. Intuitively, I'm getting a big bullseye there. Yes. I see you taking the lead within your relationship to initiate some healing. Okay, Aries, this is also a romantic reading for you. We have mystery in reverse. The block here is I see you needing to actually take control in order to feel this true success. There's so much success waiting for you in this next month, in the month of May, but you need to put that effort into it, and you need, within your relationship, take the leadership. The Stag is all about taking leadership and it being the one to initiate. And being proud of how well you can initiate. And you not taking action is what's blocking you from this successful path right now. Mystery is our confirmation that we're on the right path, but what's blocking you, since it's in reversed, is you're not the one taking the lead. You need to be the one taking action right now to ask for help, to initiate change. And we have protection in reversed. I feel you're a little too guarded right now. You need to get a little more vulnerable, be honest about where you can grow. And then there's so much potential waiting for you within this relationship, Aries. You're just, and for some of you, this could be couples counseling. Maybe you need to go talk to a therapist with the both of you in order to truly heal. Maybe you can also confide in your spiritual leader, or maybe you can confide in a family member that you both trust, right? There's something about talking to people who you respect and who have more experience here in order to grow. All right, Aries, let's get you the action card, because you just have to take some action here and be a little vulnerable. Let's see. Shine. May you be a lighthouse. Your partner will meet you exactly where you are at for this. They will absolutely show up for you this way, and they will follow your lead. I love that. May you be a lighthouse. Let that image stay in your mind. You're fully capable here, Aries. You really are. You are fully capable. That's beautiful. Ah, wonderful. Okay. Well, I hope that resonated with you all. That wraps up our readings for all the zodiac signs for the month of May. If one particular sign really resonated with you, go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you would like any further clarification, you guys, just drop a comment and I'll make sure to connect with you and answer as soon as I possibly can. I really enjoy doing this with you all. And I will be launching my next video Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. And just a reminder again, if you happen to catch the live premiere at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday morning, and you pop into the live chat that happens during the premiere and ask a question, I will answer your question for free. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. In the meantime, you can find me over at 12listen, where I am an intuitive psychic. And you can schedule or request a call, or just call me if I'm available online at the time. And that's how you can connect with me for your personal and private readings. Okay, thanks so much for being here, you guys. I will see you next time.